Hey everybody, welcome back to the Veloce Boomer Bowl with myself, Waller, your host, alongside Shogun. We just finished up with a 3v3 content creator Rumble show match, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It was entertaining, but watching Verge style on kids kind of hurt a little bit. So exciting nonetheless, but we're glad to be back and ready for our grand final. Shogun, you ready to kind of kick this thing off and ready to go?
I haven't been ready this entire tournament. I decided not to change that for the grand final, so yeah.
Probably a good thing. We're going to take a look at the bracket to keep you guys up to date on what's been going down today. As we take a look, the first match that we got to tune in for was Who versus Zoomers Booming Zoomers. They ended up getting dropped, and we kind of moved on from there. We got to watch both semifinals, Pasta and Paella versus a Canyon, which is a back and forth affair, and game 2 is one for the record books. Shogun, that's the own goal fiasco. If you want to kind of talk about that series as a whole, okay, if you can.
Okay, I mean, not much to work with here except for the fact of you should go back and watch it. If you get a chance, if you have 5 minutes spare at any time, at any point, you go back and you rewatch game 2 specifically of that series. I guarantee you won't regret it. It was chaotic, but in a brilliant way.
Yeah, well, that brings us to our grand final. We do have, can we play F1 Yet against a Canyon? F1 Yet is Speed and Relating Wave. A Canyon is Tox and Zamway. So we have seen both of these teams play previously. Any thoughts going in? I mean, the last time I went down into their Discord chat and talked to Speed and Relating Wave, and the whole thing they said is, are you ready to play F1 after this? See you on the track. And then just kept saying that a lot.
I would love to see it.
But
no prior practice, just straight in.
Oh no, it'd be terrible. And that they found the God strat. They're feeling confident. So chat is with their backing as well. If you guys don't see it down below us, if you do exclamation point F1 in the chat, it will allow you to vote for can we play F1 yet? And if you do exclamation point can, it'll vote for a Canyon. So if you guys want to be involved and you guys want to vote, make sure you drop those in the chat, as well as hit exclamation point donation or donate in the chat. Exclamation point donate will pull up a link, as this is all for charity. It's in partnership with UNICEF and the capabilities to raise funds for those in need during the COVID pandemic. So if you do end up donating at least €5, you do have the ability to enter yourself into a raffle to win a jersey from Veloce, Rogue, Endpoint, and Singularity. So possibility to get something back in return other than just supporting a great cause. So with that said, I'm about ready to jump into our grand final. Still a best of 5 as the chaos. I don't think we need a best of 7 for that. So should be interesting to see how it all plays out.
Yeah. I've spent this entire tournament trying not to predict who's going to win because we have no idea how these end up looking. The best we can sort of do is give a summary as to what we've seen so far. I think F1 is probably the easiest one to explain, which is they have done a great job controlling midfield. It's just that their shooting is sometimes more detrimental to themselves than it has been to the opposing team. Canyon on the other side has been pretty much a Zamway-led offense, followed up by Tox trying to control the pace of the game. So gonna be up to Tox mostly to try and prevent those shots coming in. Question is, does he really want to prevent the shots from coming in?
You know, that's a whole different question. I will say that we did see F1 and the boys start to transition into a more defensive, really heavy attack from kind of the back line. So those mistakes have been minimalized. They said they had the God tier strats. They are working out. They were able to reverse sweep to get themselves to this grand final. So it should be interesting to see how it all plays out. But the banter has already started in the chat. A lot of things I cannot repeat and will not repeat. But it should make for an exciting grand final. So if you guys are still here, if you guys are joining us, we appreciate you being here. But let's get this grand final underway.
Yeah, best of 5. First team to get 3 wins will be taking the Boomer Bowl. Sort of like, it's not a physical trophy. It's sort of like it's in your mind, more or less. But you know, it's there. If you believe in it, it exists. And like I said, especially given the names that we've got on here, just the idea that there is a competition to win is more than enough to motivate.
Applies mostly to Speed than anyone else. But you know the other guys are going to be taking it seriously, as trying to get something off the ceiling does open up an opportunity to play it downfield. Just going to take a more passive approach. He buys himself a little bit of time with that cheeky fake, but stopped out immediately as the pressure from the midfield already showing.
Oh, and Tox looks like he might be feeling the pressure of the situation. Couldn't quite figure out where that ball was. We've seen some tame testing shots from the boys on F1. The other side, rotating wave takes out Tox. Not got enough though to try and find Zamway, who was coming in from the backside of the rotation, and this is dangerous. This is the best part about this game mode, is that no matter where the ball is, it won't be there very long. It will probably be the exact opposite place on the field in about 2 seconds.
Everything is a threatening touch in this game mode. If you guys have never played Boomer Mode before or just joining us for the Grand Finals, Boomer Mode is a unique game mode that was put out this weekend by Sonics as a limited time game mode, but is something that has been played in the community for a relatively long time. All the ball speed and bounciness and everything is heightened to a significant amount, as you can see. And then the players have unlimited boost with the 1.5 times boost strength, so they can catch up, hopefully, to at least some extent. So, a lot of chaos, a lot of fun. But a shot on target is almost impossible to save. Although we have seen some pretty miraculous pre-jumps and own goals throughout the tournament. So, exciting stuff all around. 2 minutes goes by, not a goal to show for it.
Yeah, this isn't exactly out of the ordinary, especially for Canyon. They had quite a few 2-1 games earlier on, and this is going to be one of them. Get the open net, and as simple as you like, just slot it straight through.
Yeah, we're letting it a pretty good 50, but unfortunately for him, when a 50 happens in this, rather than it kind of pinching and going elsewhere, it just hits the ceiling. It keeps bouncing in that same spot. So, makes an easy chip shot, and far post puts Canyon up on top.
So if there was ever a reason for F1 to go for offense, and they haven't needed much of a reason throughout this tournament, they've now got more of one. They're behind, and that means more shots on target.
It's interesting to actually see how aggressive they were right at the beginning. A bunch of those demo plays coming out.
It's also very interesting to see that they are trying their hardest to keep these shots as grounded as possible, but it's also made them very easy to read for the defense. So less risk for both teams, really, when they've been doing that. Right now, that risk and the lack of it definitely suits Canyon. Look pretty solid throughout this tournament, bar a chaotic game 2. But I don't think anyone's come. I mean, like I said earlier on, we've got every single series that we have played today has gone to the tiebreaker. No one has come out of any of their series looking all that shiny.
No, it's difficult, and I don't know if these guys have been practicing during their downtime, during the halftime show, but it's a weird adjustment. It really is. Like, you have so many intentions to, like, just play fast and get to the ball, but with the way that this ball reads, not only are you adjusting to the boost strength, but also just how fast it goes. Where you think you need to go, just you're already too far behind. So we did see a little bit of finesse from Nachito earlier, where he made a feather touch, as you called it. But since then, it's just been nonstop smacking as hard as I can, because things like this happen.
Yay! Is his boost. Yeah, just hit the ball really hard, lads. Like, you want deep analysis? He hit the ball really hard. Why did he hit it really hard? Because he could. It worked.
Off his own backboard, too.
Yeah. Just hit the ball really hard. Done. Take over. I've taken up all my analysis.
Dude, you know, the things that I want to discuss are, like, imagine certain goal explosions are tied to different moments in Rocket League history. Like the Justin goal. Imagine if it's the poof goal explosion or the celebratory yay. Does it still have the same effect as the atomizer?
No, the worst one ever was the yay goal explosion when Pashy scored like 6 in a game.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was consistent. It was taunting, if anything.
It's crazy how those little things make a difference to the moments. Good pinch by Tox.
I still like you said, the Justin goal with like the bubble thing.
Yeah, the poof.
Yeah, that would have. Imagine it. The greatest goal in Rocket League history.
And it's gone. One thing I will say these guys don't do enough is play their backboard. Like in Boomer Mode, the ability to just hit it towards your own back wall and clear it completely. And the reason why it's great is because it has to settle. Like the powerful part of the shot is already done. So it starts to like fall down towards the net. That was a good block. Could have been in. Another OT, man. It's gonna be a close one.
We've had a lot of these today. I don't think there's not been anything that we've seen today that has really had anyone look all that clean coming out as, well, we're just doing, I think this is my Virtua Tennis strategy. Just hit it left to right over and over again. Used to work quite a bit, actually. So, good to see that I'm having an influence. It's always nice.
Well,
when's the goal? All right, we're doing this again. When's the goal? Chat, when's the goal? Lawler, where's the goal? Goal is in 2:35. Not now. by
Gotta be confident, man. You gotta be confident.
Yeah, you could not hear the confidence, mate.
No. I heard a massive pause being like, is that
that's just the accent. You know, sometimes it comes through a little bit.
Okay. You know, still haven't gotten used to that yet.
Yeah. So what's your guess?
4:16.
Okay. I'm looking at chat right now. They don't realize I've been trying to set them up for something. Okay, so Rod put 1 minute. They didn't give us a person. Idiot. Didn't get it right. Keelks said 1:12. Idiot. Riddle, like 57 seconds has been and gone. Idiot.
I do not condone the insults. That is, oh god.
Oh, did anyone put 1:24? No. Idiots.
I mean, you were wrong too, man. Like,
yeah.
Of course it's an own goal. Of course it's an own goal.
It had to be.
Godstrat.
Godstrat, lads.
Yeah, Godstrat. Yeah. Speed's just trying to give us a series. He's just like, you know what? It'd be unfair.
Reverse sweep again.
Oh, late start. You guys are the worst.
They definitely bring out the best and the worst in each other. But it worked in the previous round. What didn't work in this round was that shot. As always, F1 have been their own biggest downfall, and we get to see it again. Consistent. I didn't think we'd find a team that could bring consistency to this game mode, but they've done it.
Yeah, I think you and I were pretty keen on how they played, just because of the style. We always wanted, like, okay, have one more, a little bit more defensive, one follow-up, and go for the aggression. And it shows, like, shots they keep in pace with F1, but the accuracy and, like, the punishing that they have is a little bit better. Which is kind of weird because in the OT, it was very chaotic. It was very in front of the net, and it ended up being an own goal that wasn't a shot that
I just got a chance to see what the vote was at. It's 72%.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy.
Ooh. All right. Well, F1 mates, you need to turn this one around. You're letting the people down.
Well, they just took all their time in that in between to spam Godstrat. So
yeah, I mean that is the team talk right now. They don't need anything else.
Here we go. Let's see if they can bust it out here. Game number 2.
They keep thinking that each other has forgot it. So what are we trying to do here, mate? Let's go to trap.
Just the reassurance of the same motto the whole time.
Yeah.
The best part is, like, every time they say Godstrat, they play differently. So, like,
I'm glad you're noticing it because I can't.
There's no consistency in what they're actually attempting.
I mean, all I'm seeing consistency-wise is that they're scoring on goals.
True.
That's about as consistent as it's got.
Oh.
That's about as consistent as it should be. It's a boomer tournament.
What do you mean? Boomer tournaments have a ton of strategy, and I can't continue that. That whole thing is dumb.
Oh, that's going to drop in.
No, it's not.
I said. No,
is
I'm
that
still
gonna
right.
Drop in?
I'm still right. I'm still wrong. Yeah, it's going to work out eventually.
Speed, what is that?
The next one was definitely going to be it. Come
that
on.
Shot was terrible.
Right, well, I was right.
Bad.
But Speed ruined it.
I feel like it's almost intentional at this point.
Yeah. I thought being my Norfolk buddy, he was going to be, you know, helping me out a little bit, even if it did mean losing.
He did throw you a little bit, saying how close you were to him living-wise on Spring Series, I'm pretty sure, and said that, like, you guys were going to throw down.
Yeah, squad goal. Proper squad goal.
You gonna give him the good old slip? You know what I'm saying?
No. I don't know what you're saying.
You said it was something to do with kickboxing. I don't know.
Oh, the slip. No, that's when I fall over.
Oh,
Just take people down with me.
I mean, sounds entertaining.
It's the greatest mixed martial arts move of them all. You fall over, grab them by the wrist.
Also, I hate to break it to you, chat, but Shogun is most definitely not a boomer. He's way too young.
What are you talking about? I am 24, my friendo. I am reaching the peak ages.
I remember when you were like baby-faced 20 joining RLCS, and I was like, wait, you're how? Okay. It's crazy. Leaf's
Shogun is like 12.
Soon.
Hey, you leave me alone.
Leaf's gonna be 30 soon. It's crazy.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah.
So does that mean he was like 27 when he had that haircut? You know the one.
The parrot one?
Yeah, the parrot one.
I think he was like 26 or something.
Ooh, dear.
Yeah, that was like a on purpose decision, you know?
Oh no.
But like, think about it. It's Leaf. Does that really surprise you? Ooh, there you go, boys. Godstrat.
Yeah, it's coming out. All right, they've got the lead. We've got Zamway doing backflips. Just hit it. Like, Zamway's got to jump. He's just got to jump, make himself look big. Like a cat.
Yeah, that's the thing that goes in my mind.
I went into my knowledge of animals there. I am no Stumpy Goblin. Okay, cat was the first. I didn't go for gerbil, so it's like a half win.
Yeah, we'll give it to you, man.
Thank you.
Could be dangerous.
When was the last own goal we got?
OT before this.
Oh.
At 1:24, if I remember
Way
correctly.
too long.
It's been almost a full
Well,
5
they're
minutes.
gonna sort it out
since we've
for
seen
us. Stuffy saying I should have gone for the guinea pig. I'm sure, by saying my goblins logic, then yeah, guinea pig must be the biggest one. Actually, like, I don't know, a cat-sized guinea pig would be terrifying.
it. It's called a kitten.
Okay. I think there was something there, but I don't get it.
A small cat. Guinea pigs aren't that big, bro. Like, a small cat is a kitten. Like,
No. I wanted a cat-sized guinea pig. Did I say guinea pig-sized cat?
no, you said cat-sized guinea pig.
All right, yeah.
So, like, yeah, that's a little bit bigger, but like, I think you might have said the opposite. Maybe I heard it differently.
Horse-sized guinea pig.
That kind of interested.
Same muscle structure as well.
Not interested anymore.
Absolute unit of a guinea pig.
The fruity of guinea pigs. That would not be. That's just not a good science experiment. No one Jurassic Park that, please. All right, please put this away. Nope.
That's a game of Spore, if there's ever been one. Last opportunity. Oh, this is the wrong team that's got the opportunity as well. But that might be the best thing.
Still up, and it's gone. All right,
I was in the blue side of the field for like, I don't know, I blinked, and it wasn't in the blue side of the field anymore.
So Boomer
just moves.
Boomer just goes, man. A lot of shots from F1, man. Godstrat paying off.
Yeah, I mean, this team is really good, but they have to get the first goal. As soon as they don't, they fall apart.
I mean, it's just speed, isn't it?
Kind of. I don't know. I feel like I almost don't want to throw this one at him, as fun as it would be.
Yeah, like I don't know if it like the game 3 meme was the thing for a long time, so.
Yeah, that is the thing. It is part of our job that we have to force a narrative, don't we?
Yeah.
What's the other ones we can keep going for? Are G2 still good at game 5s? I mean, this season, yeah, actually.
I mean, yeah, they just win.
Yeah.
They don't.
I guess they're good in games 1 through to 5 right now.
Yeah, do they even need to play game 5 at this point? That's pretty much what it feels like. Yeah, I don't know. Speed actually really impressed me during Spring Series. I was really happy with this play.
Yeah, I think Speed's he's coming along very well as a pro at the moment. Especially, you remember that, like, he's still very new to this.
Yeah.
He was only like like a year and a bit in to his career.
Which does
As a
feel
career
like
that was sort of started out of nowhere as well.
Yeah, it does kind of feel like forever though in esports, especially with us doing 2 world championships a year. It just goes by so fast. That it kind of like, it's not even that it taints it. It just feels weird knowing that like the world champion was like, we've been in the world championship for 3 months. Time for a new one. And it's like, well, I don't know what that kickoff was, but
Turbo won his first world championship before, like 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Speed doesn't even need to play, man.
Nah, Rainwave's got this, man. We're talking about players that are sort of popping off and coming out of nowhere. This entire lobby's full of them.
It's very true. It's a good start. Okay, does this mean that F1 automatically wins? This is the God strat. Score first.
Have they actually... So you told me you were in the lobby with them. What was the God strat? Did you ask them?
Dude, they just yelled God strat and then yelled at me to play F1 after.
I told you this is a mentality thing.
It literally, like, nothing of value was said in that comm.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like comms with these sort of players.
Yeah, they just were like, stay on the track, and I'm like, well, how much is F1 actually? And then they like yelled at me about stuff, and then just kind of
Not a single question was answered.
Not really.
Close.
They're kind of mean, man. They just yelled at me the whole time.
Yeah, that's their way of just showing their affection. They've got a long way to develop emotionally. Oh, what a shot, Toms!
You and I had our eyes on him when we first saw the name coming in, but it's been relatively quiet with Zam being the leading charge, but that's just a good attempt.
Yeah, I mean, he was very slow on the uptake in the first series we saw him in. But he gets going, man. It seems like he's been a bit slower on this one as well, but it's just one player. They're going to need many more if they want to take this series. We said at 1 apiece.
Yeah, you can tell these guys are having a weird time adjusting to the boomer mode. Like, even Zam on that aerial, like, he's playing it like normal. He needs to take a much wider approach to the way he's going to hit that to cut off the angle. You have to get in front of it.
From what I'm seeing, at the very least, is that the longer these guys get to play uninterrupted, so game to game to game to game, they look better. But they're clearly not practicing beforehand.
No.
So when they come in, they look really rusty again.
Practice. It's something that you either play a lot or don't.
Yeah.
Good attempt by Zam with the flip cancel. Oh, gotta go down. Surprised the ball didn't pop there.
Someone's gonna have to read this. It's not speed. Relating Wave's gone for the right strategy.
Blade went out and then tried to play it over. Oh, it worked! Oh, what a forehead play!
Look at him! This is intimidation at its very best, staring them down, daring them to move.
There's not a whole lot you can do about that, man. There is not much you can do about that. He played it so smart. He draws one in and then... I'm not... Speed.
No, don't.
Nope.
Oh, no. Is this one of their... It's always there. Every time. Tell you what, though, Relating Wave has had a great series.
He's had a great day in general. And that's surprising because he's with Speed.
It's unrelating, isn't it?
The only reason we trash Speed is because we know he can take it and we love him to death.
I would like to see both teams actually trying to utilize what we did see in the second semi-final, where we saw teams, rather than trying to like line up a direct shot with the net, but instead just blasting it against the walls. Like, as long as you either pick your own back corner, your own backboard, or somewhere on your inside the field to hit a sidewall, you might have it go on net. You don't know, but it's not really a risk to you. It's a risk to the other team.
Yeah, at any point, like, part of the reason why it's beneficial to play the back wall is because that initial hit, like, it will reduce the speed a little bit, which causes it to actually float down towards the net. So it's actually pretty solid to play. Plus, it kind of, if it misses it, it just comes back to you and you can put another shot on target. So, see what he does with it.
Oh, stealing.
No way. Nice.
Okay, stealing's another thing. I almost feel like just don't jump into the shots. It's so hard to actually get it on target and you commit your car a little bit. Just blast it.
What a save speed. What a pre-flip.
Here we go. Another shot on target. Tox now showing off some of that defensive capability. And suddenly we're getting a masterclass on this game mode. Something's changed here.
It's like they realized that they were actually playing Rocket League again. And are showcasing it for us because, yeah, it's definitely ramped up quite a bit. You talked about how these guys feel better and better as the games progress, and at this, okay, I need to stop.
Oh, Tox got more of the teammate than the bull. Oh, dear. That was not good.
Yeah, you can definitely tell they're becoming more and more familiar as the series progresses. But haven't seen that that offensive pressure that Zam applies. Like, he's getting a bunch of extra touches here, but just not enough for Tox to follow up on. Tox's most of his like goals have been kind of flying across and just putting a quick one down.
I'm still 2-1. The God strat
dangerous.
appears to be working.
Nice save.
They don't need saves right now. They need goals, and they need to get one within the next 30. Zamway tries to just roll it. Even that wasn't enough. Just tapped it with the front of his car. What a great second touch of this. Completely back to the start. Thankfully for them, they can go from the start to the end in a matter of moments.
You can just tell they're so conditioned by typical Rocket League. Like, that hit to this corner is safe and it rolls up the wall. But they don't realize, like, with Boomer Mode, if you play that off your own backboard, it will not center it for the other team. It'll put it towards their net really easily.
Last opportunity. They got to get a hold of the ball. You got to go for it now. And Tox couldn't read it. That was a horrible situation to be in, but a worse situation is now seen on the scoreboard. As Can We Play F1 have put themselves on tournament point, Lawler. For a team that really wanted to go and play F1, they've sure have taken the longest route in this tournament to keep themselves in.
Yeah, like, it's great. I'm glad they're having fun playing, but if they really wanted to play F1, they could just, like, lose. You know, that is an option. Not a good one, but it is an option.
It was a terrible option.
Speaking of good,
judged.
For good options, we do have the reason why we're here. If you guys don't know, or if you guys are just joining us, this is the Veloce Boomer Bowl, put on in collection with a bunch of different organizations for a good cause. We are working in partnership with UNICEF to raise funds for the COVID-19 pandemic situation to help out families, children across the world. So if you guys are willing to donate, !donate in the chat. You guys can see where we're at progression-wise on the top left of your screen right now, and we appreciate any little bit that counts. If you guys do donate at least €5, you do have the capability of putting yourself into a raffle, which allows you to win a jersey from one of 4 orgs. So we greatly appreciate you guys being here, whether you're donating or not. Anything helps. It is greatly appreciated. But match point for Can We Play F1? And as of right now, like, as memey as it is, God strat is working, whatever that means.
We'll
Self-teamed
find out
God
one day.
strat. I don't know.
I'm absolutely certain it's not real. It's a mentality thing. It has to be. But whatever it is, it's worked. The God strat has got them a reverse sweep in the semifinals, and it's got them up to tournament point in the grand finals.
Oh, what a save!
How do you get that? How do you figure out that this is the problem and how to react to it?
Ball's flying across, and he's just like, I'm gonna jump now, I guess? Like, it might just be like a panic reaction. Like when you're playing a spooky game and you just jump out of pure instinct. Or like you like twitch and shoot because that's the only thing you can do.
Just jump and hope.
Yep. Gotta put a body. Remember, you gotta be big like a cat.
Big like a guinea pig, boys. The largest animal.
No, don't necessarily follow the logic on that one, but we'll go with it. We'll go with it.
Oh, come on. Oh, that was, all right. So do you know what that one was to me, Lawler? What happened to Tox there is when you see a football. Oh, okay. Well, he definitely makes back for it. My goodness. What a shot. But that to me was when you see a footballer get really close to the goal. He boots it. It hits off the post and hits him in the face.
But then does it go in like Scott Sterling style?
Oh, that was a problem. Scott Sterling was like he didn't get scored on.
Well, it's I mean, it's the same thing, right?
It's an offensive if Scott Sterling decided to play the other 10 positions, which we know he could at the same time.
Oh, yeah. It's 1v11 for Scott Sterling, and that's more than plenty.
So, we could very well, if things stay as they currently are, be going to another tiebreaker, which would make it that all 7 series of today's tournament went the distance.
Yeah, the God strat usually starts with them scoring first, so I'm a little worried. About God strat right now.
Oof, I'm a little worried about when Tox is starting to make these reads. This is where it's been a little bit more uncomfortable. We've made quite a bit of note about how F1 haven't looked too comfortable whenever the ball just starts bouncing everywhere. I would actually argue it's more so for Canyon. When it starts just bouncing, they have struggled to reposition.
Yeah, it's been a little bit odd, but I think the benefit for Canyon is when they do control pace, which it seems to be going on the, I guess, first 2 minutes of this match. They're dictating a lot of how this is being played out. But with saves like that from a leading wave, that's like his third one this game.
He's been nuts. Speed was asking Flame earlier on how many times he's played this. I think he needed to look next to him. Rotating Wave just seems to get it. Ooh.
That's a good.
Imagine if that went in. That would be incredible. That is going to go in. Well, at least it gets to be an assist. Follow-up shot from Zamway. 2-goal lead established. Look at that for a set from Tox.
Good insight, man. Play that off that back wall to clear it out, and then they get to chase down, which is great. Like, that's how they've been playing, but it's switched up this time. Tox has been dictating and kind of been leading the charge a lot. I think that's been working out because Zam's reads have been relatively good.
Tox barreling in, looking to try and turn it in for a 3-goal lead. 2's already going to be hard enough. As Rotating Wave, yeah, here's where the issues are, what we've seen for F1. When they are down, they go for the power hits.
At this point, they can't go for anything.
There we go.
It's too high. No, Speed again!
He's done it. We've got Speed back.
At the same time, like, how are you supposed to know? Like,
I told you when he sees that there's an issue, even if he is the issue, he fixes the issue.
You know, at least he's willing to interject himself and try. All right, Speed. Let's see what he got. Nice.
All right, good start.
That's nice.
Sort of jumping for it right now, and Tox can clear. Zamway looks for the redirect. It's always going to be a 90-10 that you're probably not going to hit it. I think actually even saying 90-10 kind of is sort of a good shout of showing how good they've actually been. Because that's supposed to be like a 99-1.
Right. It's been very back and forth on both sides, but again, this is what Boomer Mode really brings, is like a shot like that would just trickle towards the net. It would never have any chance of making it, but you just get so much power. So as long as you put it somewhat on target, it'll make it there.
There we go. 3 goals to the better, and well, I guess we might as well have a full tournament that all goes the distance. I have never seen that before. Have you?
Day 1 of RLCS LAN in, I think it was Vegas, where we played all 35 matches. I think it was.
Oh, okay.
It's like the longest day one we've ever had.
One, so you know it doesn't count.
No. Well, it was a really exciting day. It was a very long day, but it was a really exciting day. I forget what LAN it was, but there was a day 1 at LAN that was the most matches it could possibly. It was 7 series, and they all went to 5.
The Ultimate EU versus NA showdown. The leftovers versus Ghost. Old school Ghost. Game 5 Ghost.
Never win Ghost?
Maybe, yeah. No, they had an awful record, didn't they?
Yeah. They always went to Game 5, and the only team they beat, I think, was Rogue. And I think that was the season when James tried to argue that Rogue was a good team. And then they relegated.
Quite how you do it. But, well, Slaughter's very proud of himself about this. I'm very proud of...
No, I just forgot about it.
But
then you start talking about the history, and you're like, wait, that did happen.
Here we go, lads. I think we need to get... Is anyone in chat willing to go back on their prediction? Or are you all willing to lock in right now? Because chat earlier on said F1 were going to take it. I think it was 72%.
Yeah, it's pretty convincing.
Is there anyone willing to back down? Or do you double down? All right, it seems like they're doubling down.
Interesting. Well, I don't know if it still applies, but if you type !F1 or !Can, it would adjust that ticker, but I think it's past the point of no return. I don't think you can, but it's a good way to, like, for us to see in chat what you guys actually want. So it F1 has actually gone up since.
Oh, they lost 1%. But all right,
It's
fair enough. I will never question whether or not you guys are willing to stick to your guns. But right now, this first goal, man, it's gonna be so important.
They've been in this position before way too many times. I assume it also happened in their first game that we didn't see, because why wouldn't it? I mean, everything's gone the distance as it is, as we've seen. So, yeah, I'm interested to see if they can kind of clean it up, because a lot of the stuff, like as you mentioned, if they get scored on, it just gets chaos and turns into true boomer mode. So, minimize those mistakes and play smart. But
yeah,
relating Wave on defense, I think we'll always give them a shot. Quite honestly, he's been playing really well.
So here we go. Game 5. All 7 series we've had today have gone the distance. Today, we'll see our last series. Can we play F1 taking on a Canyon? And, well, it's just going to be very interesting, isn't it? What are we going to get here? Absolute banger or absolute beanbag? Let's get a prediction in for that as well, shall we?
That should be the vote.
Beanbag or banger?
Banger or beanbag? That's a fun game. I would love to do like a talk show or something like that, where you watch like clips.
Oh,
and that's the voting system. It's like you watch Twitch clips and it's like
it's like one of those what happened next sort of things, but it's just like, all right.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great start.
Oh, I'm gonna call banger.
Missed the shot off the backboard.
Yeah,
and just
banger.
Right towards his net.
And that is the best possible start for F1. Their first goal has always been so important because when they're chasing the game, they get very flustered. Has the God Strat taken them the whole way? Is this the new God Strat? Just keep it going.
No, just leave it. They don't even have to hit it.
Relate wave, you don't need to touch it. Although he did score from this earlier.
True, but if they can't get the ball, and every time they try to slow down to read it,
and
then they just get demoed again. Like,
yes, this is why me and you do well, mate. We just get one goal up. All right, we're going high.
Just get under it and just jump. Wow, that's actually
that is 2.
I will never question the God Strat.
No. You can tell they're taking this seriously as well. I've not seen a sit. We've been trying to keep you guys up to date with how often they've been typing in chat. There's nothing in chat.
No.
Like, if they get the third, we're gonna see it. But
usually there's massive banter and like yelling and critiquing, but it's been dead silence.
Let's keep the eyes on the target though.
Godspeed.
These shots are clean. And if you're Canyon, that's terrifying because the losses that we've seen from F1 have always been when their shooting is a little sloppy. Now they're the team that can sit back. Not that they ever will, but they could if they chose to.
A lot of things we saw earlier in the tournament are just, again, relating wave on defense, man.
Yeah, you gotta find something. The problem is like, he's not positioning the way he typically would for a freeze game. He is sitting so much tighter to the net. That's exactly what he needs to do because he's got to be there. As long as the ball's anywhere near him, he can take it. As they go for the 10 out of 10 goal. And now they will take a 2 out of 10. Anything just to put the ball in the net. Speed again. Blasts it.
Now, I know it doesn't like count on the scoreboard that way, but if they hit another like play like that where it's a pass up and a redirect, I think it should be worth 2 points. Personally. I know it doesn't work like that, but I want it to.
It's not like NBA scoring. But we rate it on like banger or not. Oh,
yeah,
no.
Yeah. Banger or beanbag? Yeah. If it's a banger, it's 2. If it's a beanbag, it's 1. I think that's fair.
Yeah. And we're trying to use the backboards.
This is going to sound bad because I don't want it to bring up other memes. But if you've ever played indoor soccer or football, depending on where you're from, you get more points based upon how far away you shoot the ball from. So like if you hit it from half field, it's 3 points.
Okay.
If you shoot from the 18, it's 2. Yeah. In certain leagues.
Okay.
It's actually a really cool mechanic.
Yeah. I like things. It's like the things always like intrigue me is like taking something like rock paper scissors. I mean, all of it like worth 1, make it first to 10, but then say, all right, rock is now worth 2. And you get that new mind game in. Yeah, no, you got the mind game now. Oh, what a shot! Speed shuts it down.
Speed
would be fuming.
Speed is so aggro right now, and it's working. They've taken that lead and made it confident. They're moving up into midfield quite a bit.
I'll tell you what, I think I found a game mode that I would not keep ball cam on, especially when that ceiling to floor bounce starts happening.
During that, a lot of people turn it off and just wait for the indicator on the ground, or like inch towards it to make sure it like taps their nose. But again, Relating Wave just takes its time and puts it in. So Godstrat looking real good.
Godstrat looks like it's going to secure it. Canyon has been playing very well throughout this tournament, but there's only so much you can do when you come up against the Godstrat. We need to find out what this is.
There is no Godstrat. It's not a thing.
So should we just not find out because
it's speed?
I feel like if we
find out,
do you think
there's an actual strategy in that boy's brain?
Just want to know. I just want to know, man.
You know what? Maybe after we can ask them, like, so what actually is the Godstrat? And then they'll just yell at you too to see you on the track. And then you can find out.
At that point, they'll already be playing F1. They'll be telling us to shut up because they're, you know, mid-race.
Exactly. See you on the track. That's all it was the whole time.
Ooh, that went in. We're gonna have to sit up a little bit more.
I want them to have another goal, really bad.
Yeah, it's always that. Probably just wants to see that little extra twist in the game.
Bring it down to the wire, boys. Do it for chat. Do it for charity.
Do it for yourselves. Comes with the backboard, but Relating Wave. He has read all of these. Oh, wait.
No way.
Went for the pass. I actually thought he could have had it because the first one, he just didn't have the time to boost into it. Oh, dear. They've gone for everything here. It doesn't look like it's going to work. Nah, it's done.
I hope there's a goal
one final cast to curse. I tried, lads, but it will not happen. And it is going to be a tournament win for Can We Play F1 Yet?
And the answer is a resounding yes. It is finally time.
Go ahead, lads.
It is finally time. Well done by everybody. But that's going to wrap it, man. F1. You guys were confident. 75% of you at one point said that they were going to take it, even though they were losing. And they end up on top. Godstrat, man. You can't stop it.
I mean, credit to you guys in chat as well. I offered you a chance to move out. You doubled down. You were steadfast in your resolve, and you were correct for it. So congratulations to you. Congratulations to them. Congratulations to everyone that participated in this, because it's been a lot of fun. I've not had a single clue what is happening. If you asked me at the beginning what I know about Boomer Mode, ask me what I know now, I would still say absolutely nothing, but I've enjoyed every moment.
Yeah, I would just say Godstrat, and that's it. So that's pretty much where I'm at. If we're taking a look at the bracket here to kind of show you guys how things ran down, we covered the quarterfinals. We watched the first match of Who versus Zoomers, booming Zoomers, and then moved on from there. Covered both semifinals where Kenyon came back, and F1 had a reverse sweep to find themselves in the grand final. But the one thing to take away from this, every single game went the distance. We had play the full length of every single match, and it made it exciting and it made it close. But ending out on top is Speed, and Relating Wave's defense gets a massive MVP shout for me. He saved a lot of things that I didn't think were possible, which is exciting. So pretty cool stuff all around. We also had, if you guys didn't see, the show match between the content creators with Stolen Cumpy. I almost said that backwards. Cole and Stumpy, who covered that. So massive shouts to them for covering that, as well as the people behind the scenes. Veloce, thank you for putting on the Boomer Bowl and inviting myself as well as Shogun to come and cast and hang out with you guys for a good cause for UNICEF. Donation link is still live, so if you guys are willing to support, you can do so by typing !donate and getting in those funds. And if you do at least €5, you can be entered for a raffle. Not exactly sure when they're running that, so if you have questions, I'm sure the mods in chat will be able to answer for you guys. Chance to win a jersey from Veloce, Rogue, Endpoint, and Singularity. So with that said, we're done for the day, man. Crazy stuff all around. Again, massive shouts to Veloce for putting this all together, the production behind the scenes with Rival Sports. and everybody else involved. But that's it. Me and Shogun are out of here. We will catch you guys next time, and have a good night.